Huh? What's that sound? Seems like it's coming from that bridge. Oh no! Why is she crying? Should we go?
I'd leave her be. The warriors of the Flower Feather Clan are a proud bunch who never show their vulnerability in public. Even—
Oh, Chaska?
Good to see you again, Traveler and Paimon. Before we carry on, let's get a little further up.
So, that girl on the bridge, Koyer, you said? Should she really be on her own right now? With the mental state she's in, it just seems risky.
Don't worry. That's exactly why I'm here. Elder Alpa sent me to keep an eye on her. If she does attempt the unthinkable, I'll swoop in and catch her. I doubt it'll come to that, though. She's a fighter. A warrior, in fact. One who aimed for the sky. Well, in the Flower Feather Clan, there's an elite flying squad made up of Kukasaur riders. But it's an extremely selective squad. To become a rider, you need to undergo a trial where you not only demonstrate mastery of the relevant skills, but also— Koyer has spent years training for her most recent attempt. But unfortunately, she didn't pass. Sometimes, after multiple failed attempts to pass the flying tests and win the Kukasaur's approval, they resolve to quit trying for good.
Do they get expelled from the—
What? No, of course not. We have a saying. Just as the Kukasaur treasures every feather on— This hits even harder in the wake of the war. All of our young warriors carry the— Besides, every Kukasaur falls from its nest before it learns to fly. It's practically a rite of passage. Likewise for the wingless, we always hold out hope. Until then, all we can do is quiet—
Ah, okay.
Well, from the sound of her whistling, her confidence has been seriously shaken. No Kukasaur— Yeah. People from my tribe call to their Saurian companions by whistling, but the Kukasaurs are an even prouder bunch than our warriors. They would— First she failed the trial, and now she's struggling to even summon a Kukasaur. That's only gonna hurt her confidence further. And getting trapped in that vicious circle is the kind of—
Surely there must be something we can do to—
That's very kind of you. Koyer's flying skills are up to par, but mentally she's stuck in a rut. I'm going to lay low nearby, just in case she takes a turn for the worse.
Koyer still isn't giving up, even though Chaska said that she has to do this by herself. Paimon What if we could get a cuckoo?
It's a Kukasaur! Oh my gosh! I was beginning to think you'd all given up on me completely. Thank you. Excuse me? Would you mind if we did some flying practice together? Right now? I think I know where I went wrong in the test now. I need to maintain a higher speed on my turns. So, I just gotta practice my bell tail slides and split S maneuvers. Also, I really want to try some stall turns and cobra maneuvers. Huh? That sounded like a whistle. Hey! Wait! Wait! I summoned a Kukasaur! Although, unfortunately, someone else...
Oh, really? That is unfortunate. But if you can do it once...
You're right. You know, I almost...
Hey, Chaska, how's Koyer doing?
Huh? Who are...
These are my, You came up in conversation the other day because
Oh, the Traveler, huh? So that's you. Anyway, we haven't...
Maybe you saw him in the stadium? Or anywhere.
If you say so.
Koyer, Chaska. Here you are. I've been looking everywhere for you two.
Oh, Elder Alpa!
I thought I should tell you myself. We're going to redo the flying...
Redo them? How come? This is so unexpected.
It's embarrassing to admit, but due to time constraints, we didn't do a proper inspection of the arena before the last round of trials began. Then we redid the inspection afterwards and found a number of issues which likely... This was entirely our mistake, and I apologize unreservedly. I know it doesn't make up for...
Oh,
Chaska, these people you're with.
Huh? You've heard of them?
I have indeed. Gathering intel is an essential part of being a warrior. Plus, you've already made...
Hospitality? That includes...
Of course it does. If you let us host you, you'll be treated quite lavishly. Besides, we still owe you for your help during the war. Without you, we would have suffered far worse.
Mighty warriors, plural? So Paimon counts too?
That should go without saying. Your flying skills are the envy of...
The Flower Feather clan seems like a
Well, I'd love to stay, but I...
wait, Elder Alpa! Let me help! The sooner...
Very well. In that case, Chaska, could I leave...
Sure thing.
Okay. Let's meet by the Obsidian Totem Pole later.
Okay.
Alright, they're out of earshot. I'm just gonna come out and act. That Kukasaur who responded to Koyer's call. I grew up with these creatures. His whole demeanor seemed less like a Kukasaur and more like, well, you. He looked very flustered when Koyer... And judging by the look on your face, it's alright. If you'd rather you're the kind of person I'd still trust, even if you had superpowers. I know you'd use them. I think the ends justify the means in this case. If you hadn't intervened, I likely would have gotten my mom to help out instead. Although, yeah. Anyway.
Ready? Uh-oh. Are they fighting?
They're fine. Just doing their daily combat training.
Combat training? A little young for that, aren't they?
Not to us. We're a tribe of warriors. In ancient times, we were the most elite troops in the nation, responsible for patrolling and defending all of Natlan. And even though times have changed, we've kept our martial spirit alive.
Hey, is that Chaska?
Chaska, you're back!
Oh, can you come
Now's not a good time, I'm afraid. I'm showing the Traveler...
The Traveler in Paimon? Wait, you mean that legendary warrior?
Legendary? Yep, that's us, all right.
Awesome. It's so cool that you can fly without having to ride a Kukusaur. Even Chaska could only do that for short distance. Mr. Traveler, can you teach me some cool sword tricks?
Oh, Mr. Traveler! My family shop makes...
Let's behave ourselves, everyone. These people are here as our guests. They're going to meet Elder Alpa in a few minutes anyway. Kotini, instead of being jealous of other people's talents, why not work on developing your own? Kapak, there's no point in trying any cool sword tricks until you've mastered the... And Yatlan. Easy does it, okay?
Okay.
Sorry about those kids. They just got overexcited when they heard your name. This is a volcano cake that Yatlan forced into my...
Whoa, it smells
That's good. Yatlan will be thrilled.
By the way, Chaska, those kids...
Aloof, huh? Well, but it's a terrible attitude to have as a peacemaker. Yep, exactly. As long as other options are available, I try to avoid that at all costs. Someone once told me that peace imposed by force will crumble in a matter of days. But peace achieved through genuine dialogue actually benefits both sides. Even if sometimes the parties are only willing to negotiate because they're both armed to the teeth.
That's true. Hey, Chaska!
Uncle Cusco knows you're back, and he's coming to get you!
Oh, thanks. Traveler, Paimon. Got a dash. I'll meet you at the totem pole up ahead. You can't miss it. It sticks out like a sore thumb.
Wait, are you running away?
First rule of conflict resolution? Grab the fan and run before the you-know-what hits.
Trust Chaska to make even running away sound cool.
Sorry about this. Just stall him for me, okay? I'll explain everything later.
A golden-haired outlander and a white flying object. You must be the traveler in Paimon. I heard Chaska was with you, but I suppose she's run away again, has she?
Sorry, who are you?
Who am I? She's supposed to go for a checkup every 3 months to see how her abyss condition is doing. We both agreed on it. But she's already missed 3 checkups this year. That's 3 out of... Yes. She got exposed to abyssal energy as a young child. Then her birth parents abandoned her. It's lucky those wild cuckosaurs found her when they did. Eventually, some riders out on patrol spotted her and brought her back to the tribe. But the moment you took your eyes off her, she'd be getting herself into a fight. Or she'd run away to be with the Saurians. She seemed to prefer them to her own kind. She might as well have been a Saurian in human form.
That must be the aloof period she mentioned, right?
We later discovered that her exposure to the abyss had planted seeds of conflict in her heart. But ultimately, she's the only one who can control it. Anyway, she's much more human these days.
Yeah, don't worry about her. She seems pretty stable to Paimon. She's probably only avoiding the checkups because she thinks it'll stop you guys from worrying about her.
Yes, I'm well aware of that. It's just, every checkup she's been to, they find new cuts and bruises. Nothing to do with the abyss, of course. Oh no, that's all fine. The problem with her is, she's her own worst enemy. She's been living dangerously again. I'm sure of it. That's why she's avoiding the checkups. She wants to hide it from us.
Yeah.
Oh. Chaska's been increasingly reckless since Koichi passed. It's like she's trying to make up for it. Next time you see her, please tell her to be careful for me. Even if she doesn't want to hear it. If she doesn't want to do these checkups anymore, that's fine. I just want her to stop putting herself in...
Oh, where did the time go? We should be back up with Chaska before it gets any later. To get to the totem pole, we need to head north, right?
It's all right. I bet my dad talked your heads off, huh? What did he say? I was sometimes a little impulsive back then.
That's putting it mildly.
The memories. It feels like it was only yesterday when we brought you back. Back then, no one imagined this feral child would grow up to be the strongest warrior.
Huh? You were the one that brought Chaska back to the tribe?
That's right. Elder Alpa was already a veteran rider by then. She spotted me while patrolling from the skies, and Mom agreed it was time I tried to re-enter human society. But I didn't know the first thing about being civilized.
And look at you now. Renowned throughout the land as a peacemaker. When the day comes that I can't fly anymore, it will be up to you to look after our tribe and our flying squad.
You know me, though. I'm not a natural commander. I'm better off as a lone wolf on the front line. So, stick it out at least a few more years, okay? Give Koyer and the others time to come.
Oh, stop.
Wait, so isn't the leader just the strongest warrior in the tribe? At least Paimon figured that's how your tribe would work.
Strength is certainly a core tenet in the Flower Feather clan. But strength means far more than martial prowess alone.
If it all came down to individual strength, I'd struggle to call myself a warrior, let alone, well, sorry to disappoint you. It was something I aspired to at one point. So much so that I went adventuring in the Cinder City, Ochkanatlan, to try and prove I came back empty-handed and seriously injured. The fact that
And yet, you still managed to become the leader of the flying squad, thanks to your experience and determination. All while battling those old injuries. Don't you think that's a display of strength and...
Let's shelve this discussion for now. Traveler, Paimon?
Yes! Paimon was waiting for that part! They were for the snack stomach. The refreshment stomach still... Paimon is so...
Well, if you're enjoying our hospitality, feel free to stay with us as...
Elder Alpa?
What happened? Is it serious? Shall I deal with it?
It's... Some merchants showed up. Not from our tribe. They said they're here... Why now? This is terrible timing. There are a few wingless that we haven't managed to reach yet, and we still haven't inspected the retrial arena.
Let me handle the other errands while you meet with the merchants.
You should help too. Seems only fair after all that food we...
Huh. Well, much obliged. Chaska, the remaining wingless are all people you know. Waska's probably still addicted to eyes on the feathered...
Are you sure you don't want to reconsider, Pashika?
I appreciate it, boss. But honestly, I'm pretty happy with my life nowadays.
Pashika, they're redoing the flying trials. Huh?
Ah, did Alpa send you? I was just telling Pashika the news, actually. The way things are with the tribe these days. I mean, you don't need me to tell you.
Ah, come on, boss. Do you have any idea how long it's been? I've been Of course, I'll do my part if we ever need to. I've already made my peace with it. Not everyone has what it takes to return to the sky after going wingless. Elder Alpa's, and it's okay if I'm not destined for greatness. I might not have the Kukasaur's approval, but with my hot air balloons, handling these balloons every day, seeing how the customers react, the looks on their faces, that's enough for me.
Finding something you love doing can be just as hard as passing the flying trial. It's worth...
Fair enough. It's your choice.
Oh, by the way, you should try taking a balloon ride if you've got the time. Once you've been up there for yourself, you'll see why I love it so much. No problem. If you ever...
As long as you've thought it through, just go for it.
A retrial? What's the point? I pretty much treat life like it's a game.
Muskar, I can assure...
Well, they must be judging me for something. Maybe I lack fighting spirit. Don't waste your time on me. You'll have better luck with the ones who still have... In the meantime, I think I'm gonna...
Yeesh, there's wingless, then there's being a...
You used to be a fierce warrior, actually. But fighting spirit alone won't win you the coup...
Are all Kukusaurs so strict?
It's one thing to hang out and have fun, but quite another to take to the sky. Giving a ride to someone who's unqualified endangers not only the rider, but also the Kukasaur themselves. If the rider makes a mistake, they both suffer the consequences, so we have a mutual understanding with the Kukasaurs. Hey, Junan. Gazing out at Ochkanatlan again, huh?
Chaska? What are you doing here?
As the flying squad is hosting retrials again soon. Want to give it another try?
Maybe you're forgetting the definition of wingless. I've failed so many times already that I've decided to call it quits for good. I'm done. Elder Alpa always goes out of her way to come and tell me when a new trial is coming up, and it's nice of her to think of me. But nothing's gonna change. I'm not going to suddenly pass just because they're holding it.
They're making some big changes to the arena this time, so the flying experience should be smoother.
No, forget it. If I was genuinely good enough to make the squad, a true rider can fly confidently whatever the conditions.
Junan! They're redoing the... Huh? I guess they told you already then. Come on!
I'm gonna sit the...
What? Why? But she went wingless after her injury and spent years drifting, but even she came back and made it in the end.
I mean, I don't have that kind of perseverance. And besides, the last thing I want to do is fail in front of her yet again.
Oh, come on. You know you don't need to worry about that. Alright, well, how about we just treat this as you be- Enough umming and ahhing. Let's just get-
Wait! Hold on, slow down! I can't keep up!
Well, that's one way to do it.
They've been best friends since they were kids. If anyone knows, you helped Koyer deal with her internal conflict, and now she's done the same for someone else. You know, but sometimes in life, things spiral in a good direction instead.
We've notified all the wingless on the list now, right? Where to next?
The trial arena. It's not far from the tribe.
Every course of action has its risks. Be careful. Every course of action has its risks. Be careful. Let's take a moment to rest and plan our next move. We should prepare while we can, then make a preemptive strike against the enemy.
Oh, hey there, Chaska. Did Elder Alpa send you?
Yeah, she's got other things on her plate right now.
Well, the inspection revealed numerous blockages all over the trial arena. It looks like they're the result of ley line disorders caused by a repeat of... Theoretically, we just need to clear those obstacles, and the arena will fill up with gaseous phlogiston again. But why don't you head on down and check things out for yourself? Feel free to...
I think it should be possible, but there are signs of strange life in here. Hey! Monsters!
apologies. Billowing surge! Let's move up.
Order guide you. Solidify.
Whirling snow! Kamisato art! Sometsu!
I thought I was done for. Oh, this spout should be good now. Thank you very much.
Take me up!
Couldn't transcend.
How strange. Why is there so much...
Well, it could be from the Children of Echoes. Maybe it got swept up here due to the ley line district?
I can't think of a way to resolve this. Short of going all the way to the Children of Echoes. How strange.
Well, it could be from the Children of Echoes. Maybe it got swept up here due to the ley line.
I can't think of a way to resolve this. How strange.
Well, it could be.
I can't think.
Oh, are you here to help? So the blockage here has to be cleared using a special bomb, but carrying explosives up that... If I dropped it or slipped and fell, I'd be blown to bits in an instant. So, all I need now is for someone else to strike the balloon at the right moment, dropping the payload right on top of the spout. What do you think? Simple enough, right? Huh? Oh, that one. No, I've got no idea who that belongs to. Or how they... I just wish I could fly up there and check out what kind of tech they're using. I'll head over and set up now. All right! Get ready!
Yeah!
All right! Get ready! All right! Get ready! All right! Get ready!
fly!
This is crazy. I bet maybe Inkanak was right after all. If a stable structure is formed inside the solid phlogiston, I'll need to hit. But how am I supposed to do? Take me up!
The gaseous phlogiston is being replenished. Looks like all the spouts have been unblocked. Let's head back up.
Wow, you took care of everything and now we just have to wait until the gaseous phlogiston
Actually, Inkanak.
Huh? But you only...
All the more reason to have me test it out.
I guess you're right. With your...
The conditions in this area seem a little unstable, but a test...
All right, I'll get things set up for you. Are you ready? This should be a piece of cake. All right.
That was amazing. Paimon couldn't take her eye.
No, nothing major.
Help! Help me! You're from the Flower Feather clan, right? Please.
Catch your breath first.
We got attacked. My friends are still stranded in the middle of the road with the goods we were
Huh? Are cuckoo swords really that aggressive? Do they usually attack groups of people?
Not in my experience, but...
Ouch!
I've never seen such an aggressive cuckoosaur.
Chaska?
Elder Alpa? Huh. So, where's this aggressive cuckoo?
Already flew away. Looks like it...
So why do you think it attacked these people?
No. These merchants are
Ah! Thank goodness! The phlogiston wings are intact!
Phlogiston wings.
Thank you so much for coming to our rescue. These
Wait a minute. Are you the merchants that were looking to collaborate with us?
Yeah, that's us.
I am. You must be exhausted from your journey. Not to mention shaking up from the attack. Let me...
But Elder Alpa, what about the Kukas?
Well, our guests here weren't seriously injured, and their goods are intact. Perhaps there are so many of them around here. You'd expect something like this every once in a while. I don't think we need to pursue it any further.
Huh? Did you say flying trials?
Oh, really?
What?
Huh?
So that's it? That all went smoother than expected. Well, guess we'd better get going.
A blood-stained feather.
The Flower Feather Clan should be about ready to hold the new flying trials by now. Let's go check it out! Yep, and it looks like we made it just in time! Although...
Yeah, you'll see why soon enough.
All right, get ready. 3, 2, 1, fly!
Whoa! We're really flying! I feel light as a feather. I'm flying.
These phlogiston wings are awesome!
What the... What's going on? Paimon can barely believe her eyes! How did they fly all in their...
The merchants we ran into that day were selling a product called phlogiston wings. It's a flying machine worn on the back. To operate it, you just use a handheld trackball that controls the flow of...
That's incredible!
Yeah. If our tribe, well, if Natlan mass adopted this technology, it would revolutionize our mobility. Just think of the countless tragedies that could be averted.
I feel like I'm dreaming. Did I? You'd better believe it! Plus, you just passed...
Elder Alpa?
Should this really count as a pass?
Why not? The scoring rubric is about flying performance.
Yeah, maybe, but... I mean, even Chaska had to ride a cuckoosaur in a trial.
Well, if we can fly by ourselves, maybe we don't need to test them.
Chaska, Traveler, what are your thoughts on this new invention?
Right? That's what I think too.
I agree that they have strategic value, but I don't think it makes any sense to evaluate candidates by the current...
Why? Shunan finally mustered the courage to go...
I don't have any experience using these wings in battle, nor is it immediately obvious how to incorporate... Taking a longer-term perspective, I think we need to start by getting thoroughly acquainted with how these things work. Then we can develop a new trial format with new assessment criteria, tailored to candidates using the phlogiston wing.
You all raise valid points. But Chaska, while your proposal sounds perfectly reasonable, we lost so many people in that war. These phlogiston wings could be exactly what we need to strengthen our forces and boost. And as for real-world battle experience, there will be plenty of opportunities to gain that. I have high hopes.
Huh? Hey, stop staring into space! Say thank you!
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Elder Alpa.
You have nothing to thank me for Remember, the way you...
Oh, Elder Alpa! Bad news! Cucosaurs are attacking the merchant!
Again? Okay, everyone stay...
Huh? Chuck? Why did Chaska rush off like that? And then Elder Alpa and the others too? Anyway, let's go see what this is all about.
Oh, it's back! It found us again! Run! Get up!
Curses! She's really riled up this time. Hey! Stop running! We'll never outrun a creature with wings!
Stop! All of you!
Chaska! Oh, wonderful! Quick, get rid of that thing! What's going on?
So it really is you, sister.
Wait, sister? That Cucosaur is...
Koya, wait!
Is Chaska gonna be okay? Should we go check on her? Chaska?
I'm fine. Sorry for making you worry. No point. She's an expert at hiding her tracks. At least, I always used to lose to her at hide-and-seek when we were kids. Well, yeah. You know I was raised by Cucosaurs. Anyway, we played together all the time, chasing each other through treetops or mountaintops. It felt like it would go on that way forever. Not all Cucosaurs are friendly towards people. Koya, for instance, she's fine with me because we grew up. When Mom decided to send me away, Koya strongly protested, and after I left, she became more and more reluctant.
Maybe she thinks that humans stole you away?
It's a possibility, but in any case, we still stayed. I had a hard time adjusting to life in the tribe. So whenever something went wrong, I'd run off into the wild.
Ah, so that's what Uncle Cusco was talking about. He said you seemed to prefer hanging out.
Yeah, I did. But then, gradually, everything changed. I started getting curious about these humans. I made an effort to understand their behavior. And then, one day, it was Koya's turn to leave the nest. She's, as far as I can remember, that was the first time she ever...
So, how did you...
Well, I wouldn't be standing here talking to you if I'd said yes. No, I was torn. On the one hand, I'd already made up my mind to... But I also knew that Koya wasn't a fan of humans, and I didn't want to disappoint her. She took my... She saw it as a personal betrayal, threw a huge fit, and then flew off. We hadn't... Not for a lack of trying, though. I tried asking Mom where Koya's new nest was so I could talk things out with her. But it must be hard for Mom, being stuck between her two daughters. So I didn't press the issue. If things carry on like this, I need to make sure I find her before anyone else. Even if she doesn't... For now, let's bring the wounded back to the tribe. And see what Mutoto...
So, I hear there's been another Kukasaur attack.
Ha! I knew it! They're wild animals, and they can't be trusted.
Hey, show a little respect.
Maybe in the flying squad, but they don't give a hoot about the rest of us.
Well, now that we have the phlogiston wings, do we even need...
Are you kidding? How are we supposed to
I didn't mean it like that.
Huh? Protect our tribe? Or are you just scared that your precious flying squad will lose it?
You take that back!
Things are changing so quickly.
Chaska, there's a conflict emerging there. Aren't you going to nip it in the bud?
The whole tribe's talking about this now. Breaking up a single fight won't solve anything. The real source of conflict here is the phlogiston wings, and what happened with Koya.
On any other day, people would just brush this attack aside. After all, clashes between wild Kukasaurs and humans are no more common than those between people.
But now that the phlogiston wings have entered the equation, it's sparked a debate over whether our tribe needs the Kukasaurs at all.
I worry that we risk repeating the mistakes of the Cinder City. Back then, Lord Ochkon's hatred of the Saurians nearly destroyed the peace forged by Chaska. To prevent things from deteriorating further, I'd like to task you with restoring peace to the tribe.
I will.
Traveler, you've already done so much for Natlan, and the Flower Feather clan has no right to ask more of you. Looks like I was making a mountain out of them.
And don't forget about Paimon!
This whole situation has unfolded so quickly that it's put us on a back foot.
You think someone might have orchestrated all this?
It's possible. Leave it with me. Also, Chaska, could you try to keep a low profile?
I'll do my best.
Okay, so where should we start?
This all began with Koya's attacks. If we can find out what led her to do... Unlikely. Given how she reacted when I showed up, I don't... If you want to resolve a conflict through dialogue, sometimes you need a third-party facilitator.